Hi everyone. It's been a long time since we did a video, and I thought that I would come on and kind of explain why and kind of explain where we've been physically and mentally, I guess. It's been, the past few months has been kind of a roller coaster, but we have, I believe, reached the peak of that, and we are on the smooth sailing side, I guess. But y'all know through the last videos that I had that oral surgery, and that really set me back a lot more than what I was expecting, and that's no lie. That excuse me, that recovery was tough, y'all. It really was tough, and that affected me mentally as well as physically, because I just didn't want to do anything, honestly, because when your mouth hurts, it's like everything hurts when your mouth hurts. And then I got really kind of twisted in the head. I mean, being real and honest with y'all, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, that I got really twisted in the head doing these videos. A few comments made, and it was nothing horrible, it definitely was not horrible comments, but it planted seeds of doubt in me. And then, when you're doing this and you're thinking, well, I don't have nothing, I don't have no content, I don't have anything to share, we're not doing anything, and you're watching other YouTubers and in their homesteads, and they're building big greenhouses, they're have just all kind of things going on, and you don't have any of that. You're not doing any of these big projects, and that messed with my head. It really did, y'all. So I didn't feel like we had anything worthy to put out. And a couple of days ago, I found a channel. It's called Homestead Tessie, and I'll link that below in the description. Homestead Tessie, and she's had a channel, I think, since 2016. She's been on for a while, and she did a video, and it honestly snapped me back into reality, and made me realize that the people who are doing all of these big things, they are sponsored by big people, and so they get sent these greenhouses, they get sent this huge equipment, they get sent stuff, and if they do have to pay for anything, it's very minimal. But they've grown into more of a business side of it, and more of a a bigger farm, which is wonderful. They are blessed, and believe me, I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm truly happy, because they are blessed. I mean, that is such a blessing. And I had to realize that we are not anything close to them. I mean, we live in the city, and the whole purpose for our channel is to show people that you don't have to live on farms like these other people that I was comparing myself to be self-sustainable and to live a simple life like that. That was the whole purpose of our videos, and I just got so consumed, I guess, with not having all the projects that they have on their farm, because it's a farm, and ours is not. It's a corner lot in the city is where we live. But the truth is, we do have a lot of projects, and they're happening now. Look, finally, y'all, how long did I say I was waiting on a fence? 2 years since the hurricane, almost 2 years. And you can see they started it. It's not quite finished, but y'all, that's progress, and tomorrow the guys will be back out here. They're going to be starting it again. A greenhouse is going up next, a little small greenhouse over there in the corner, right there where that dirt pile is. That's going to be a little greenhouse so I can have my seeds. We have plans for rabbits. We already know where we're getting them. We have the cage. We have all of that. Tomorrow I will show you the front garden with all the cabbages and everything, because y'all, my fall and winter garden did amazing, but I was just so messed up in the head, y'all, seriously, because I was letting my flesh compare myself to all of these major homesteaders that's been doing it for years, and we just started. We haven't even been doing it for 7 months. And yet I was comparing, because that's what we do. That's what we do. So I wanted to come out with this video and just be real and be raw with y'all, that my mind really got twisted, and I let that just kind of put a wall between me and doing videos. Now, I've done stuff. I have canned, you should have seen, we had over 5 gallons of tomatoes that I just plucked off of our tomato bushes a couple weeks ago, and I made 32 jars of salsa in salsa verde. So I've been doing stuff, dehydrating like crazy, and I just haven't been putting the material out because I didn't feel like it mattered, But again, because of watching Homestead Tessie's video that she did, and she explains her life and where she's at and what she does and why she does it, it brought me back to reality, and it brought me back to the whole reason why my husband and I wanted to do these videos, and the meaning that it, for us, what it meant. Because where we live, and I know a lot of people in this time is, there's just not that, you don't live in the country. You don't have acres and acres of land. You don't have these animals. A lot of people my age and younger, I'm 45, by the way, wasn't raised in that lifestyle, we grew up when convenience started coming around. And as we got a little bit older, everything was a little bit more convenient and more convenient. And so that's how we grew up, was we started learning the convenient way of doing things. And I wanted to bring back the simplicity of things, and to bring to all of y'all out there living in the city, living in a little neighborhood, thinking that you can't do that. You can't have a garden. You can't preserve food. You can't grow your herbs. You can't make your own natural remedies. All of those who think it's impossible to do, or it's so expensive to do, we wanted to bring that to y'all and show y'all, no, it's not. You can do it. You can do it. It's going to take a little time learning and prepping and getting the materials that you might need, but you can do it. And once you have that, there's no stopping you. Once you have a little bit of knowledge, and once you start growing that, I'm going to put a picture at the end of this of my first cabbage that I picked the other day, and that that made me so happy, y'all, when I cut that cabbage, because I grew that, and so, once you start harvesting the food that you've grown, it gets in your blood. It really does. And you just want to do it more and more and more. So for those of y'all that are watching this channel, because it's really such a new channel, so not that many subscribers, but those of you who are watching it, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for, coming back and sharing and all of that. And I plan on having content. I really want to do it daily, because we're about to get into some renovations here, which I talked about before, and it's going to be stuff on the home, spring garden, or seeds are about to pop up. You know, we got the fence, we got the greenhouse, we got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff going on. And so I really wanted to share with you little tidbits of our daily life and what we're doing here to make our city home a homestead where it could be as self-sufficient and we're going to be as self-reliant as we possibly can. And you know, to let y'all know, you know, you need to reach out and have feelers for people in the community that maybe produce things that you don't. Like, have someone with beef, have someone with chickens if you don't have your chickens, have someone you can get your honey from, you know, if you don't do that. And those people in the community, you know, you have those contacts, and maybe you have something that they don't have, or there's a skill that you have that they don't. So that is something else that we're going to go into, and you know, and just carry y'all along with us on that journey. But I just felt I needed to bring you this video and explain why I've been absent. You know, part of it was my surgery in my mouth and that, but the majority of it was my flesh. The majority of it was my flesh. And, you know, God spoke something to me over this property, and I'll go into that on another video. And he spoke that to me last year in April. And, you know, and I know that it was the enemy trying to get in my head, because he don't want what God spoke over this property to happen, because a lot of people's life is going to change once it all comes together. And I know that that's part of it. I mean, part of it was just me and my flesh, but I know the enemy don't want what God has spoke over this property to prosper. But whatever God speaks happens, right? So we're gonna push forward, and we're gonna go, and we are going to do every day the best we can do with what we got. And, you know, praise God to those who are getting sponsors and getting all of this stuff. You know, praise God. I mean, that's wonderful for them. And that's not why we started this channel at all. You know, at all. It was just to help other city folk, you know, be a homesteader on their property with what they have, and teach them a little bit of skill, and maybe they teach us a little bit. You know, it goes both ways. So God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much, and please share this video out. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and, you know, watching our journey to homesteading in the city and living a sustainable lifestyle. Even though we have quite a bit of conveniences all the way around us, it's time for us to be a little more self-sufficient and realize that we have everything that we need. We just have to put forth the effort, a little bit of elbow grease, instead of just running to the store to, you know, around the corner. Popeyes is like 2 minutes from us, and buying fresh chicken and frying it ourselves. We love y'all. Thank y'all. And I will see y'all again tomorrow. Bye.